I love when I spend my past like 3 minutes getting the whole stream set up and everything, and then I just forget to plug in my mic before I do everything else. Okay, back at it again. Shift my mic over. Let's try to beat up some punks. Misjudged my exact positioning, thought it was more to the left. Great, now I have this stupid yellow bar that is on my other monitor. We'll pick up the life piece. Nice. Should be enough spirit. That was really close. Think that's good enough. Nice. Nice. Remember what we're doing now. Straight to the top right. Max spirit gauge. Nice. I can't believe I did that. Oh, it was going so good too. Whatever, warm up for the day, you know? Warm up. Not good. Ooh, that was a weird angle that one took. Like I said, warm up, warm up. Man, that's so good too. I even did the mid-boss properly. guess I should have expected that could happen. Yeah, based on what just happened, you might wonder why I would even think about doing that. Nice. Actually a pretty high amount of power for this point. Do I have max spirit? Yeah, I do. Nice. Eh! Was juking jiving a little too much. Wee bit too much. Oh, excuse you. Don't go for the life piece. Nice. Much better. Flirt. Yeah, I hesitated there for a second because I thought about it. Whew. Excuse you don't have to be rude and do the instant summon. Have max splurt, we don't need to go over. Much better. Who's gonna do this? Yo, is this the first time I'm being spammed by a bot? I was curious. This is actually the first time Twitch has detected this type of chat as a bot. I'll ban you from chat in a minute. Do it. I'm not the most in the zone, so let's just play careful. You'll have to give me the heebies. See, the recapture actually made it pretty scary. Okay, let's quickly click over here. Yeah, take this bot. Oh, the bot. Hey, Twitch actually detected the bot, and completely removed it from chat. Convenient. Can I get rid of these messages? My end. Nah. Oh well. Who cares? Not the biggest deal. It's gonna look weird to anybody else because it didn't pop up in chat, but Twitch actually did its job of detecting the bot ahead of time. Then it comes to these spinny guys. I don't trust going up to doing that without practice, at least. Ah, you bad idiot. I want those too much. Okay, let's just have a good Yoshika. Nice. Panic. Panicked a little, but it's fine. Oh, I thought I did. I didn't move up enough. Really thought I could beast mode my way through that. What? Oh, I wasn't even looking at me. Oh. The nature of the game. Nice. Yeah, I like when the spirit stands still. It makes my life a lot easier. Okay. About time they got me with a tricky one. Nice. There we go. Yo, don't go up. Don't do that. Ooh, that's bad. But it worked. Remember, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Nice. That didn't give me max. There we go. I was gonna say, where's my max spirit? Hello, sword. She's just enjoying her day, you know? She's enjoying not having to be a try-hard stage 6 boss and being a pretty nice, measly stage 1 boss. And I appreciate that she does that for me. Ah, I knew I was gonna get caught up there because I was slow. Oh well. It's a learning game. Learning game that just requires dedication. Requires the ability to die 1,000 times. And then some. No, I'm not a score runner by any means. And before anyone asks, you know, score running is interesting, but I'm way more interested in just trying to hit the 1 CCs in Lunatic first. I'm not opposed to someday trying to learn scoring. I think it is a bit interesting, but same time, it's very low in the totem pole of objectives I want to try to do and work towards. Some people don't play all the games, and some people... Sure. Yeah. Some days are just better than others, you know? Well, that's all I also say about with Lunatic. Like, I'm willing to play on Lunatic because, like, I've spent the time and am spending the time. I haven't gotten there entirely. Although, I mean, I've gotten some Lunatic 1CCs, like half of them, so that's worth something. But it's not for everyone. Some people just want to play the game on normal. Maybe hit the 1CCs in all the games. Maybe not even all the games. Remember, there's no shame to playing on easier difficulty. But, yeah, essentially scoring's interesting, but it's just not something I want to go for anytime in the near future. There's a lot of other objectives I want to do first. And also, if I did scoring, I'd want to do it on Lunatic anyway. And the issues with that is, first of all, not too much sense doing a scoring run if I can't even 1CC the games. And even then, I feel like I'd rather just optimize, like... I don't know, currently optimizing survivability. Getting better at the games as a whole is my higher priority. I feel like this isn't always the case, and some people score in the easier difficulties. And again, that's perfectly fine, but you know, I'm someone who wants to, you know, if I'm doing something, I want to go all in. If I want to do scoring, then I'd probably be fairly try-hard at it. And at the same time, I think it's not worth it to go into scoring until I'm significantly better. Hey, listen, the extra stages are not free. Some of the games are easier or harder, but especially considering like how the difficulty of them works. You know, a Lunatic 1CC is going to be way easier than an extra stage. A hard 1CC is probably going to be... Don't quote me on that, though. But... in terms of extra stage, like when I did Touhou 12's extra stage, that took me 2 days. Just because I had to learn to play for it, but Let me get past this early game. Favorite Touhou? That's one that can just kind of vary depending on the mood and the month. My go-to answer would be Ron or Romelia. Oof. My brain is not working in overdrive today. Yeah, I know how basic it can be to say Romelia, but yeah, it's kind of hard to pick a favorite. Because when I got into Touhou, like, almost all I knew was Touhou 6. Sakuya became my quick favorite. And then as time went on, it's changed because of very, very, very sweet. Which is why it's kind of easier to name a top, like, few than it is to name a top 1. I can name my, like, consistent favorites, but sometimes it just varies depending on the day. I know, that's one thing I really like about Romelia. And also, like, what fan content you've seen. There's a lot of fan games and fan works that have caused me to increase my opinion on certain characters that I had a middling opinion toward, or not a strong opinion of previously. And then Fanworks involves that, and then, like, one of the reasons why Round is my favorite is just because I love that fight. The extra stage fight from 7 was one of the fights that stands out the most to me, fellow. Holy crap, I did that. I can't believe it. Hello, family team. Yeah, score running seems a little, and by little I mean a lot, like, above my skill level currently. It also doesn't bode well to, yeah, score runs don't bode well because, at least to what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is just, going through the games one at a time, and then we'll see from there. So, like, score runs, you probably want to stay with the game for significantly longer to get it down pat. I don't know, I've never done score routing, so I can't... Well, I've done minimal score routing, like in EOSD, because extra lives are based off of score, so... No. So when I first got to that point, I was like, ooh, I should do a little bit. And then after I did some routing, I realized, oh, I'm just hitting the max amount of lives by the end of Stage 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. But score routing is also its own skill set, and that is not one that I'm familiar with. Although Touhou 12 and 13 have slowly gotten me better at like routing as a whole, so that certainly helps. It would help translate a little bit, but I'd need that to get significantly better. Almost did the same thing again, but it's fine. I did. Ugh. I really should just do a bomb run, just so I can get past this part of the game. Oh well. Uh-oh. Oops. At least I'm back at Kyoko. Good grief, score up for UFO. Just drain into an LNN. That's easy. Yeah, no, UFOs are fully consistent, but it's definitely a unique gimmick. I don't hate them, but I understand people that do. I should have gone to the outside. I should have pressed the X button. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. Another weird thing about some of the score runs is, like, I don't know how many of them, but, like, bombing can be an optimal way for points, kind of depending on the game and the bomb, and that always ends up being weird. What? Oh, I really didn't think I was going to hit there. That's the thing about Touhou, there's always something you can do. How come I did that spell? Couldn't do any of the others, but we did that one. That's one reason that's always turned me off from scoring. Is I just want to play, like, perfect. Like, I care more about, like, the dodging and playing well than I do about, you know, resource management. At the very least, early on in Touhou, I thought that was stupid. I hated that type of play. I've grown around more to it now, but I was like, I don't want to sit here and watch someone who just bombs. That's boring. You know, I'd rather watch someone who plays without getting hit. And here I am, pressing the X button. Well, I guess not pressing the X button. The X button. I've always found survival runs more interesting as of now. I forgot that there was another wave. I hate bombing and I hate dying with bombs. That's the worst part about Touhou. Especially then you die with bombs, and then that makes you want to bomb even less. And then that just makes you prone to make more mistakes. Especially when I'm in a... as I've been doing today, which I've not been particularly great today. And that just leads me to making more mistakes like that, which frustrates me more, makes me want to bomb less. Next time I reset, I should go pee real quick. That one doesn't count. Sometimes you're just not in the zone, it frustrates you, but... I guess maybe the bombing thing isn't the worst part of Touhou. The worst part of Touhou is dying to something that you know you shouldn't be dying. But, well, have a good night. I appreciate people stopping by, even if it's for a little bit. No, don't move to the right. Go, steer it! I had that last dodge. Yeah. To be fair, that was a harder mid-boss than most, so I feel slightly better. It still sucks dying to it. It's the other issue with the stage 1, like hell, is like you know you shouldn't die. And one thing that stage 1 can do to you is it makes you lazy, and then it makes you more prone to die, and then you die and it just makes you lazier. I have no source of caffeine right now, which is a little something I wish I could remedy. That would require me to go to the store, which I'm streaming and not going to the store right now, so I'll make do. You know, emptying my bladder and getting some water should be hopefully be more than enough for me. Give me that power. Well, yeah, you hate when that happens. For me, I did the opposite back in Touhou 12. I had one run with just the worst, like, not the worst, but just a terrible stage 3. Like, I just hated it. I was just like, I just want this run to end. And the next thing you know, that was the only time in a run I ever had a perfect Marasa. I had a Deathless Stage 4 and a perfect Marasa. On the run where I died, like, multiple times to Ichirin, it just was not good. Well, on that run, then I played out of my mind and had a perfect Marasa. It was my rule with 12 for a while, which was I'd have a good stage 3 or a good stage 4, but I couldn't do both for the longest time. I grabbed that by accident. Oops. Whatever, one life piece is enough at this point to be the most consequential thing in my runs. It also doesn't help that Touhou is a very taxing game on you. Like, and it doesn't matter the difficulty. If you're good enough to be playing on Lunatic, like, Lunatic is very taxing. But even if you're not that good, like, if you're playing on normal, you're not going to be as great enough to the point where normal is, like, just smooth sailing for you. So you have to put a lot of mental effort into it. And over a long period of time, that gets draining. What you should do is a thing where every time you die, or every time you reset a run, you do like 10 push-ups, right? It's called the Get Buff Easy Challenge. See, the best part about bombing in Touhou 6 was the green books on stage 4 you could just bomb through, so you didn't actually have to live them. Made life a lot easier. And it made Killing Doll a lot easier. Although I did spell card Killing Doll once in my time doing that game. I don't even remember what was like my biggest hurdle in that game. Honestly, I feel like one of my biggest problems with, or one of my biggest difficulties with 6 was dying to Mei Ling's like last 2 spells. And just doing that, I got greedy wanting to spirit, and then I paid the price. Every stupid death is 10+1. Careful, you do that, next thing you know, you're gonna have a heart attack. Doing too many. go all the way over there. That's probably fine, in all honesty. Yeah, a little bit of a... I gotta pee. I'll be right back. 1 second. Ah, water. Oh, yeah, that's the thing about EOSD is its RNG factor to it. And I don't hate the RNG factor to it. Like, a lot of people will complain about luck stuff. I enjoy it, but there's a lot in that game that just can wall you if it feels like it. Or can go from being something that you can do to, without too much difficulty, to being like, oh, you gotta play like a maniac. Because there's a few things like Scarlet Meister that are always going to be, like, hell. It's always going to force you to be a badass. It's one of the reasons why Scarlet Meister is one of the few spells I never actually captured from that game. But can you, like, not move all the way to the right? One of the things that helped me the most in 12 is when I sat down, calculated how many resources I have in a run, and then just decided, okay, I'm gonna bomb here. Let's see if I bomb twice here. I bomb, say I average 3 bombs on Ichirin, / lives lost, combination of the two. Okay, I average, 2 of them here on, stage 4. Okay, I average, say, 4 on Marasa, just go through, map everything out. So I know just click the button. If I don't have it mapped out, what's happening here is I just play greedy. Of course, you don't have that luxury in an LNN, but, I'm not to that point yet. Maybe if I spend all my time on one game, but that's not my current goal. Nice try. I picked him up and I ran into... Oh, good grief. I picked him up, and as I was picking up the life piece, I realized I was picking it up and panicked and moved away into her. everything that could go wrong went wrong. Left to right. Stacked bullets there. I need to get my heart rate going. I need something to fire me up. I've heard that's, I believe, one of the reasons why a lot of people, or at least some people, consider BOSD to be one of the harder LNNs. Is just because of the randomness at times. I can't say too much an opinion, I'm just taking the word I've heard from others. It also doesn't help that, there's, like, multiple safe spot spells, and I hate doing those. Because, like, the Sakia, or not necessarily, like, spells, but just attacks. It's like, the Sakia Stage 5 mid-boss, that one was relatively easy. But the Chirno one the Chirno one was annoying, because I had it down to over 50%. But, like, those, like, 20% of the time you just run into it, and you're like, start the run because of that. But I didn't like Kogasa. And then don't get me started on Eternal Meek. Hated that spell. Okay, I would say hate it. I like it. It's cool, but boy, that one was a pain. I could not figure out for the life of me the safe spot, because there's a lack of commentary for it. So I'm just kind of like watching others and trying to match my movements off of it, and I just couldn't understand it for the life of me. It also didn't help that because that was before I knew what Touhou practice was. The prac was. So the only way for me to practice that was to go into practice mode on stage 6 and play the entirety of the stage up till that point. Don't go up here. Which, if you can't tell, what that meant was I didn't try to learn it, and I just bombed it because it pissed me off too much. But as difficult as some of it was, I loved the OST just because the Sakia fight was so much fun. All of her non-spells are some of the most fun attacks in Touhou. Like I said, I got good at the lineup for the Chirno one, like, eventually, after I practiced enough. But similarly, like, what I'm saying with the Eternal Meek, I couldn't, like, I didn't have the prac to, like, learn it, like, properly. And the only, like, way I had to learn it was basing the positioning off of watching people, but like I didn't have commentary to look at. So I just kind of had to like look at where other people positioned and base myself around it. And that led to a lot of frustrating learning, especially since I didn't have the practice to keep going back to that spot over and over. By the end of it, I got pretty good. Like, I definitely got, I'd say, over 80%, but sometimes you just, oops, and it makes you really sad. Not as bad as Kogasa's, but still was annoying. And it was not nearly as bad as Eternal Meek, but no. The worst part about safe spots is that when you die to them, they feel even worse. That's what pissed me off about Sho's third non-spell. Because it looked easy, but until I actually learned how her movement worked during it, I died a few times, and ooh, I was not happy. That's your idea. I just won't bomb. Well, the non-spell part of her, of Kogasa wasn't the issue. Because, like, the way... Because, like, getting close to her for that, like... Okay, it wasn't the issue. It was an issue. Sometimes I'd forget. Sometimes I just choke via whatever. That was stupid. That was way more to the left. The issue was that first spell. Because the window was a lot tighter. And sometimes she just moves improperly. And there is a window where you can move out of the way before she moves. But it's very tight. And that forces you to do more precise movement, which was just stressful. Especially since I know I'm like, I shouldn't be dying to this, and then I die to it, and then I get back to it, I'm like, died to it last time, that just makes me more stressed. And that led to repetition with Kogasa being a pain. It also ensured, you know, it's my own doing. But, like, when it comes down to strats for a number of things, you know, most people I see do not use homing. They usually use, you know, especially in those games, it's Persuasion Needle. And that leads to some inconsistencies with stratting. Usually mild, at most, if there is any. But there are some, specifically on stage portions, that can create some inconsistency. It also doesn't help that commentary of, you know, Touhou and Lunatic almost doesn't exist. Now, there's a reason for that. Not easy to do. But One thing that's tricky is I always point to not like the final spells of it, but what's her face? Kaguya's final spell from 8, of course. I don't care how much I looked at other people doing that spell. I, for the life of me, just couldn't figure it out. So I spent an hour and a half practicing that spell over and over and over again. I think it was like 180 attempts or something. It was, I don't know the exact amount of attempts. I think it took me like 180, 190 attempts. And I have, after like 120 attempts, I finally hit the eureka where I'm like, I understand what I'm looking at. I was like, I see it. I see what I have to do. And then eventually, like another 60-ish attempts later, I actually hit it. I tell you, those 120-ish attempts of just going through over and over again, trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Took a while. And that's one of the things that caused me to get better at learning the important skill of routing. And learning what type of bullets things are, where things move, and to recognize patterns. I had some of that previously, but that's when I actually started getting decent at that. See, that's the other issue. When I'm like getting better at the game, but I'm not like there with each specific game, is I know I'm not like good enough to beat the late game of this game yet. So I want to be more, resource hoggy. Because I'm like, oh, I'm good. If I get to late game, I want to have as many resources as I can because I'm going to need them, and then that makes me less prone to want to use them in the early game, which just leads to me never even getting there. All I'm saying is I'm greedy, and I don't want to spend my resources, even when I should. We don't need to go grab those yet. We'll get them on the loop up here. I really thought she'd die fast. I'll say, what is on the Mayberry Hearn wiki? I've been there before, but the only time I've ever really been there is browsing at some Touhou World Cup stuff. I've never really gone and looked at that place otherwise. So much of it is memory too. It's just seeing what to do, but then like remembering it's there. Sometimes you just have to do it more and more. Oh, is it a new product? Although clearly the best answer to any spell and anything is just get good. Right? Just that easy. Just get good. Oopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoop. See, that's what I mean by memory. I always gotta remember that part's there. And I don't remember it. Touhou Replay Showcase? Are you talking about the, like the Twitch channel that just, like, constantly streams replays or something? Or are you talking about the actual site? Where all the replays are held? Actually, now that I think about it, is that channel for replays even still up? I remember I've seen it in the past, but I don't think I've seen it recently. Okay, so it's only hold a few days a week. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, no wonder I haven't seen it that much. I know of it. I've never bothered to look in too much to it. Does it have commentators? I thought it didn't have commentators. Maybe I'm just smoking something, but I thought it was just replays. Could be good enough damage to make an easy 4-cycle. Oh. Learning to recognize that is be important to there we go. Pick up the life piece before we... I can't believe it. It's always something. Remember, it's always something. It's gonna be something. The itty bitty baby bullet. Always has compare subs. Interesting. That was lucky. A lot of my frustration with this game right now just comes from my own doing. Because like I see things that I think should be easier than I. Yeah, I knew that the World Cup was coming up soon. I've seen itty bits and pieces here or there, but I've never really paid too much attention to it. Especially since so many times, I'll like remember, oh yeah, the World Cup's going on. Then I'll look in the matches. I'll wake up Saturday morning. I was like, oh yeah, the World Cup happened, and then I'm like, oh well, yeah, it happened 3 hours ago. I remember 2 years ago being down for my brother's wedding. And the night before, there's a bunch of us. We were just hanging out. We were up very late, and I remember being like, "Oh yeah, that was up. That was the most I ever watched of the World Cup." Was that night? We were all just chilling, but I wanted something else to do, so I just had it up, just watching it. Pay attention to the PC. I don't like how much that piece was under her. I really couldn't see how small it got. Really? This is not a good day today. I had that one solid pace run earlier, and then I just missed my bomb button on Yoshika, and then everything went to hell real fast. Ooh, that was a sneeze. Aha, I turned on cheats mode. Now I'm gonna be the best. Little do you know, this is a pre-recorded stream. I was pretending to be terrible, and then I load up my 1 Giga run that's about to happen. It's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna have to change my streaming services soon, too. Because I've been using Twitch Studio Beta. It's been great because it's very simple and easy to use. And now, starting on the 30th, Twitch is shutting down Twitch Studio Beta, so that's great. So now I gotta figure out something else to use. What's the life? It was somewhere in that mess. I did not see where it was. Might not be quick enough. It was. Right, tomorrow I can stream in the evening instead of the afternoon, so tomorrow's gonna be fire. Who's ready? I'll buy 10 Red Bulls after work. I'm not going to. I don't drink energy drinks. Maybe I'll take a nap after work. Probably won't, but... Also a little frustrating just how the spirit system works. It really tanks you if you die. And sure, I should probably spend more of my time learning patterns than spirit at this point, but... Eating the fed horse at this point. I'll make sure I'm very well acquainted with stage 1. The fairy protected the red guy. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, double the homing. Now we're popping off. I know I should stop, but I also want to, like, accomplish something. That's the frustration. I think Kyoko's a bit annoying, but I think the stage 1 is pretty easy per se. And I've had, like, I feel like up till today, good stage 1. Just at the end of the day, I think this game's early game is just all around easier than UFOs. Stage 2, I still got to get down a little more pat on Kyoko. I should just sit down and practice some of her stuff a bit, but it's not that it's difficult. It's just I'm not playing. Okay, maybe that's a little arrogant, say. Probably watch my words a little more. There we go. There we go. We grab this set, we don't grab the next set. Play that safer. I see you spawning the life at the bottom. I see you, game. There's a tiny window I've learned. Right before it disappears. Because it goes to small and then like pulses twice. And then it goes to disappear. But there is that brief window where it gets smaller when it's about to disappear that you can still activate. Ooh, that last one almost got me. Okay, let's do it properly. We got 3 guys and the 4 guys. We just do the same thing. We stream across, go to the right, kill these guys, move back to the left. Up, straight to the right. Little passive here. I need some spirits, so we kill these guys. And we grab the spirit we need. And we stay in unfocused mode to make sure we kill these guys. Don't need the power. Okay.
What? What? Did I really move that far? Ugh.
I really underestimated my movement there. Yep, I started with homing, and I've used it in every game I got the opportunity to. 11 was the only game that didn't have true homing, so I used the Suika shot because it was the closest thing that Reimu had. I've also always used Reimu over Marissa just because I learned with Reimu and I'm much more familiar with her movement. I've tried like Marissa once or twice, but her movement is a little foreign. I've always said, even if homing amulets are the worst shot type, generally speaking, so be it. Was that I loved the Suika because the ability to just attract all item drops and power to me was so nice. The difficulty wall I had was a little character called Orin. Eventually I had Orin down well enough. I did definitely spend a while because getting through that stage 3 was a pain. I never really got to the part where I could do perfect stage 3, but SA was very much a pain. Honestly, it might have been more of a pain than UFO, just because of the bombing system. You think I hate bombing in this game? Ooh, you should see that game. That and Mountain of Faith, I hated bombing. The one nice thing about Subterranean Animism, at least, was I think Parsi is one of the easier Stage 2 bosses. So I definitely felt myself getting over that hurdle easier. That was also the first game I believe I really used the crack for. I got the crack partway through 10, but that was after I'd already like gotten to Kodako at least once. That was the first game I should have activated my trance a little earlier. Slight mistake. I don't know why I went down. Just had a difficult time reading it. I also didn't like Yukari's gimmick. I thought it felt, like, kind of worthless. The one I could go through walls. Because, like, there's like a part on stage 5 where it might be useful. But otherwise, I was like, eh. I don't know how many of them are, like, particularly useful anyway. I just like the ability to just, like, not have to worry about life fragments. I just always pick them up. And power on death, because power is consistently such a big deal in that game. Due to the fact that that's, if you are going to bomb, that's how you bomb. Be able to pick everything up. Because the issue I had with Yukari's power was you really have to sit there and study when you can use it. But I could also just be like, let's learn the stage. Oh, yo, where you going, Spear? You're moving around. Listen, I'm fairly defensive towards that topic just because of the amount of people that I saw, which, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a ton, but because of the amount of people I saw that came in and were always asking, why are you using this shot type? Like, every time. I tried the Aya shot once, but ooh, that movement was certainly something. I sure wasn't about to use that. It was very entertaining for the good 30 seconds I tried it, though. Go up. Sometimes she spawns the life piece low, like she just did. I got greedy. I saw the second pulse and I didn't recognize it as the second pulse. I just need one. I just need one thing so I can end. Can't end as is. That's the problem. Can't end where the only run I had got to Yoshika. It was good, and then I just died 4 times in a row to Yoshika. problem is it is almost 9 o'clock, too. But my tiredness is only going to increase. I'll do one more. Do one more. That's greedy. I shouldn't reset for missing out on that one life piece that I did. The difference of the one is not going to be consequential at this point in time, so I shouldn't get too tilted like that and reset off of a small thing. I don't have the brain power right now for that spell. I should probably be activating that transfer here. That sounds like 3 seconds to spare there, about. Whoa, 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 calm down. That's not gonna kill. Not gonna bother. On that next trance. Oh. Bouncing on these is a little weird at times. I just don't want to.
Just get me to stage 3.
Oh, I see that. I made that mistake before. I almost did it again. But I didn't. Well, I guess I did make the mistake, but fall for it. And die because of it. I'm usually more concerned with just being set up for the post bomb is the thing. I think it might be optimal to wait till Kogas for that, but I don't know that strat, so I'm not gonna... The idea of standing directly below the boss when I bomb is not the most... Not a concept I'm the most familiar with. You die already? Thank you. Badepo. That's a rough one. I'm not gonna have max power for her. Oh well. At least I'm going to see her. Not a good day for me to be dodging these red ones. Oh, she's trying to cross me up? It just barely captured that. Nice. He's actually just the best. Yeah, as much as I wanted to try for it, I shouldn't. I did everything up till now great. Let's not push our luck on this run. My eyes are not in the mood to read lasers. Ooh. 2 more. One more. Oh, damn it! All the way to the last one. Might not be able to do my trance strats here. We'll see. Let's see if I can even remember my trance strats. Bad time for the switch, but iframe saved me. Iframe saved me so hard there. didn't bait him hard, but fine. Oh, nice. Just barely got the brakes on him. Well, I managed to do that trance strat. So, I mean, they'll do something. I love this tune. Such a catchy tune. Okay, I don't know how to fight Sega, so, I'm the best. Go get out of my way, girl. Oh, I moved too much. Is there a... I don't know how tight that window would be. Is there like a mildly safe spot above Yoshika? Yeah, okay, I was asking for it without bombing. I don't know. I don't remember how to fight this one. And maybe if Yoshika wouldn't go on top of me, it wouldn't be as stressful. I feel hoping that bomb would kill. I'm still alive. Not for how long. Can't believe I did that. You still alive? Herbie lasers. No, you were so close to dead. Technically, I killed her. Technically, he died. Oh, whatever. Technically, second best run. I'll take it. Based on everything else that happened, that was a death on Yuyuko. That was a lot of problems. But hey, that's a way to end because last 2 hours were rough. But good way to end. Also, hello, Soaker. How you doing? They can do all the ones that you have unlocked. Okay. I just want to mess around there so I can hear this part of the song. Okay, that's enough of this for the day. I'm gonna go some Labyrinth. Good way to end, though. More than content with that ending.